Annie, yesterday we talked about bipartisanship potentially being dead in the Senate. And then just a little while ago, President Biden came out and said, we've reached an agreement between a group of senators on both sides of the aisle. Walk me through this.
First off, I want to say congratulations to you and to me, because I think that our report yesterday is what was behind this sudden bipartisanship. But back to the bill itself, we've congratulated ourselves enough. I think there was a group of 5 Republican senators and 5 Democratic senators, and they've been working for weeks to try and come up with this compromise bill. And the good news is that now Politico is reporting that they have 11 Republican senators that support this bill. And then they also have President Biden giving it the thumbs up. But where the bad news might come in is that they may not have enough Democratic senators to support this bill.
Okay, which is a bit surprising because just a few days ago, Democratic senators came together, said we are a unified party, particularly on some of these big issues. So what does this mean moving forward with this bill?
So right now, some of the more progressive senators, like Senator Brian Schatz from Hawaii, are saying, hey, if you want us to support this much smaller bill, and this bill is only about $1.2 trillion, and the original one was 2.5 or $2.25 trillion. So it's, about half that. Right. So we're seeing people like Senator Schatz coming by and saying, if you want us to support this much smaller bill, you need to promise that we will address the other issues like climate and expanding some of the social services that were in that original American Jobs Plan. He's like, you need to address this later in reconciliation. And if reconciliation sounds familiar, it should by now. That is how they passed the most recent COVID stimulus bill. And it's kind of just rearranging the budget and moving things around. And it also means that they only need to get 51 votes as opposed to 60 because reconciliation is not subject to a filibuster.
Okay. And then before you go, so we are expected to hear from Senator Joe Manchin about kind of what's in this compromise bill. Do we have any teasers on it?
We do have some. We know that it includes $559 billion of new spending. And that is something that was really important to President Biden. He was like, we need to get these new projects, not just be fixing and keeping up with our old ones. We also know that this first infrastructure package is going to focus more on the traditional infrastructure. So roads, bridges, airports, ports, railroads, stuff like that. And that's why we're seeing those more progressive senators come and say, I'll support this, but you got to address the other stuff later on.
All right. Thanks, Annie.
Thanks.